The Porsche 956 was a Group C sports prototype racing car designed by Norbert Singer and built by Porsche in 1982 for the FIA World Sportscar Championship. It was later upgraded to the 956B in 1984. Driven by Stefan Bellof in 1983, this car holds the all-time record for the fastest vehicle ever to lap the famed Nürburgring Nordschleife, completing the 20.832 km circuits in 11.13 during qualifying for the 1,000 km sports car race. Development: built to comply with the championship's new Group C regulations which were introduced in 1982, the car was a replacement for Porsche's successful 936 model which competed in the previous Group 6 category of the World Championship. The project began in June 1981, and the first prototype chassis was completed on March 27, 1982, in time for the beginning of the World Championship season. JA 1/4 GEN Bath tested the first chassis at Porsche's private test track. The 956 features a chassis made of an aluminium monocoque, a first for the company, helping to allow the car to meet the 800 kg weight minimum in Group C. The engine is the same as the one used in the Porsche 936/81. The Type 935 2.65L turbocharged flat-six, producing approximately 635 horsepower. The very first dual-clutch gearbox was also designed for the 956, mated to a traditional 5-speed manual. An improved chassis with better fuel efficiency from a Bosch Motronic electric system was developed for 1984, being termed the 956B. In total, 28 956s would be built by Porsche from 1982 to 1984, with an unofficial 29th chassis built from spare parts by Richard Lloyd Racing. The 956 was also the first Porsche to have ground effect aerodynamics. In 1983, 956 chassis number 107 was used by Porsche as a test bed for their P01 Formula One engine, later badged as TAG and used exclusively by McLaren. The car was able to test some of the characteristics of a Formula One car in order to develop the engine. The engine became highly successful in F1, and while never the most powerful on the grid, between 1984 and 1987, the turbocharged TAG Porsche would win 25 Grands Prix and help McLaren to 2 Constructors and 3 World Drivers' Championships. As of the 2012 German Grand Prix, the TAG Porsche engine sits in 7th place on the list of F1 race-winning engines. The 956 would be officially replaced by the Porsche 962 in 1985, an evolution in the 956's design. Racing history. The 956 made its debut at the Silverstone 6-hour race, the second round of the World Championship for makes with Jackie ICKX and Derek Bell driving for the factory. After missing the following round at the 1,000 km Nürburgring for developmental reasons, the ICKX Bell unit reappeared at the 24 Hours of Le Mans. They led the race for the entire 24 hours, eventually taking the overall win, their third win together. As they had already won in 1981 with a Porsche 936 that had used an early version of the 956 engine, their car had start number 1. The 2 other factory 956 followed them, so the 3 factory Porsches finished 1-2-3 in the order of their starting numbers. Boosted by this success, Porsche sold customer versions of the 956 to privateer teams such as Joest Racing, Obermeier Racing, John Fitzpatrick Racing, Richard Lloyd Racing, Kramer Racing and Brunn Motorsport, who raced them independently of the factory. The overall all-time lap record for the demanding 20 km Nürburgring Nordschleife circuit in the Eifel Mountains was achieved during the qualifying session for the 1983 1,000 km of Nürburgring, by Stefan Bellof, who drove his 956 around in 6 minutes 11.13 seconds, at an average speed of 202 km per hour. The race lap record is held by the same Bellof. During the 1983 1,000 km Nürburgring, the lap being clocked at 6:25.91. At the 1985 1,000 km of Spa, Bellof died after colliding with Jackie ICKX's newer 962. Safety concerns over the 956 led to its eventual end as teams upgraded to the safer 962. The 956's last win would come courtesy of Joest Racing in the last race of the 1986 WEC season, in what also turned out to be the 956's last race. External links: Porsche USA, 1982 Porsche 956C Cooper Copyright, Porsche USA, 1983 Porsche 956C Cooper Copyright, World Sports Racing Prototypes, Porsche 956 Chassis Numbers and History.